What? 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 Okay, here we go. What? Right. Right. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. My name is Grim. I'm gonna be your guard for the for tonight, actually, or today, actually. God damn it. Yeah, sure. What's up with this game, actually? Like, legit. So, turns out that I slept like a couple of hours, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna work a little bit. But, but then after that, it kind of became this kind of thing where I was like, oh crap, it's 7 a.m., and I woke up. So that only means one thing. I get a stream, probably. Probably, yeah. That's kind of the thing. So here's the thing, essentially. Yeah, it's like at the moment I'm considering everything to be just like a stupid, like, I don't know how to put it.
Delicious! Your favorite maid, Lenny, has arrived. That's it for today's service. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thanks for coming, everyone. I hope you like it. Oh, wait. Where's my face? There it is. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where, like, regardless of what happens, basically, I kind of like take the approach of, like, I don't know. It's like I kind of have to consider that VTubers in some shape or form, they're kind of like emotional nurses or whatever in some degree, basically. And it's like, yeah, for whatever reason, it kind of just works essentially, or for whatever reason to cheer people up or something. It's like, and again, it's because like because I got cheered up really badly. Now I get to cheer up the entire world over how easy it is to get back up, basically, which is gonna take like a lot of time, actually. Emotionally speaking, sometimes you really do take like a lot of time to like to get yourself back up. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. But you are able to get yourself to get back up. Essentially, you really are able to. Okay, well, so what I'm gathering basically with this game or this world, should I say, is we have a lot of people dying. It's gonna be always like that. Emotionally, you're gonna be devastated about something. No matter what happens, you're gonna be devastated about something. And the only thing to keep you on going is to basically dress up as something that you kind of enjoy or something. for whatever reason. Yep. Kind of. Boop, 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 boop. I am Monokuma and I'm gonna. Okay. Normal match. Dude, I haven't played this game in so long. I'm probably gonna suck at the. I'm probably gonna motherfucking suck, dude. But it's fine. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Craver. What the fuck is a craver? Okay, sure. What the shit is this bullshit, actually? Dude, this is kind of why, in some degree, basically, I don't know if I should like encourage Eternal Return, because like, I mean, League of Legends probably has enough like motherfucking support anyway. It's just like, oh yeah, well, probably just promote the game that has a lot of weep shit or something. Yeah. I mean, if I'm completely honest with you, sometimes I kind of just observe this game and I'm like, dude, it looks like for it looks like the perfect game for psychopaths who just are a little bit autistic, basically. Kind of, if you think about it like that. And it's like, I don't know, should I feel happy that this game is still around? Probably. Probably in some shape or form, I kind of have to. Okay, anyway, so. Yeah, so, I don't know. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to, like, get back into this and learn. I'm gonna have to relearn this game again. Like, goddamn, dude. Solo. One player team. Okay. Okay, let's do a normal match or something. I guess. Wait. Exclude two pre-made maps. Legal. I mean, fuck. Two pre-made teams. That's what it should probably say. Basically. There we go. Bum, 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 ba-da, bu, ba-da, 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 bu, bu. Ba-da, bum. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I mean, honestly, this game is probably gonna. What is it? Actually, wait. Confirm. Leave. Since I'm on my own, basically, I should probably do like a lone wolf kind of thing. Mode cannot be currently be matched. Why? Okay, then I guess I'm stuck here. God damn. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. Yeah. Ugh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So yeah, kind of like because I've kind of come to realize that it's kind of like, how do I put it? Like I guess like a lot of people don't really think that you're. I mean, I'm gonna take it into consideration as a, how do I put it? Like gaming in general, like it's kind of like a cure. It literally is a cure in some shape or form, basically. And it's like, yeah, well, because of it, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's just like, well, yeah, like it really is that type of circumstance where, uh, like, if you're in a very bad mood, it kind of becomes a cure for you to not go crazy, essentially. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the thing a little bit. Like, I never considered it from that perspective, but maybe the reason why I kind of like kept playing games was because, like, I mean, I was too sad to even think about anything else, basically. So yeah, that was kind of the thing a little bit. And it's not that it's a terrible thing, basically, but in some shape or form, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where, like, encouraging other people to to basically do other things. It becomes a little bit difficult when you're stuck in a endless loop of like hedonism, basically, and then your initiative kind of becomes very difficult, essentially. Which is kind of like, that's kind of like the main problem, I think. That's kind of the main problem when it comes to like a lot of like these, how should I put it? Like situations, should I say? Okay, let's see. Okay,
Ready.
okay. God damn it. I have to practice this game again. Fuck my life, dude. I literally have to. I literally have to. God damn. God freaking damn it, actually.
We will then resume our next experience. Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
Okay, yeah, sure. Despair, sure.
실험이 시작되었습니다. 레이더를 활성화합니다.
Find the materials you need here.
If you can't find it,
Okay.
better make it yourself.
Okay, cool.
Well then, would you like a prize?
Everything has a use on the battlefield. Nothing as needed.
Okay, cool.
Let your guard down. It's not a rest. It's the end of you.
I forget that there's a teleport thing over here. The
Excellent.
cemetery.
Find the materials you need here.
Is a luxury. Getting what you need is basic.
Okay, cool. We got a Glock. We got this thing.
Pretty good. For sure.
Okay, we got this thing as well.
This looks well crafted.
Boom. Boom. Okay. Cool. Is what else do I need?
I can't let my guard down.
Go to the dock.
Okay, the dog. Do this, stupid dog. That stupid dog.
Killing or showing mercy is the work of humans, not God. They let their guard down.
Okay.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Cool. Whatever that means.
I'm busy, but I need to stay focused.
Find the materials you need here.
Okay.
Our retreat is restricted. This looks well crafted.
Okay, cool.
Collecting materials. Target marked.
A meteorite is about to fall from the sky.
This looks well crafted.
Okay, cool.
Kinds of animals and humans are similar.
Okay, cool. Oh, they're my team. I forgot that that's my team specifically. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of the thing.
Targets off guard.
Bup.
They let you
A meteorite just collided. Let's go.
They might have left something behind.
Okay. So yeah, in this entire thing about like
This is a good spot.
wait, what the hell?
Animals and humans are similar. The more the better.
Like I used to think that the world was incredibly
Items at the
cruel in any aspect, basically. I was like, oh, dude, I hate the world and everything, but it's like,
My appearance today is...
in some shape or form, after all this kind of thing, like literally, like it's so useful to just overcome basically anything. Really. Okay.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Basically.
Careful.
I don't know what the fuck I did, but I did something.
Lumi's credits are full. Find Lumi to collect credits and items.
Hmm. Okay.
Incredible performance.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, in some shape or form, I guess. Like whenever somebody will find the time to be like, hey, I didn't think that something was possible or something. I'm just gonna laugh it off every single time because I know for a fact that the possibilities of something being just finding its intended purpose is just kind of the thing. And even if it wasn't, I don't know, it would be, it's still hilarious in its own way.
Search and go. It's almost too quiet. Target. Heard the sound. Collecting materials.
Would you like a prize?
Animals and humans are similar.
What's this?
Narrow forest path. Easy to run into others. Let your guard down. It's not a rest. It's the end.
급속 재생 효과가 종료되어 더 이상 부활할 수 없습니다. 새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Ouch. Okay. Cool.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Okay, cool. I'm down. Ooh. My team really was not ready for this. The other person was just not doing. Was just not with us for whatever fucking reason. I guess.
Would you like a prize?
Man. Sag. Legit Sag.
Blood for blood.
So yeah, I guess I kind of have to get used to this whole 3 people teamwork kind of thing. I really have to. Oh, I also lost my item, I'm pretty sure.
If you find Lumi, make sure you get them.
Man.
I won't go in unless I have to. Time's running out.
Okay.
Welcome.
Bu-bu-du-bu-bu. Ow. Ouch.
Omega is nearby.
사망했습니다.
Okay.
누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다.
Explosions don't happen that easy.
Omega has
What was that? Okay.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Okay. Cool.
my pain.
You have more to lose when you're a protector.
Since 20 credits.
They let their guard down.
Okay, cool, cool.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다.
Mm,
Dr. Weakline will spawn shortly. You need to stay alert.
They let their guard down.
man.
생존자가
One thing that I really don't like about this game in particular is the
Done being forced into
necessity of like the voiceover or something. I don't know.
My appearance today is no less.
But I guess I can mute that later.
they let their guard down.
I guess I can. Hmm.
Time to rest.
They let their guard down.
Oh my god.
새
That bitch is getting annoying.
Dr. Wickline, watch out for that annoying shockwave.
That annoying bitch. Oh, hello. Okay, cool.
Enemy squad eliminated.
누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다.
Time to rest.
전장을 누비고 있습니다.
Time to rest.
I've never been armed with such luxury.
금지 구역이 지정되었습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 지배하고 있습니다.
Thanks. They let their guard down.
Valid action.
Different team has entered the fight.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설적입니다.
My siblings.
They let their
Man, I guess I suck at this game because my team already has like golden everything, and I only have like 2 or something. Oh crap.
a retreat is restricted.
Yeah, I guess so. And I'm guessing that I'm playing with bots, but it's like, but again, it's this kind of thing where it's just like, well, I mean, they're gonna put me with bots if there's nobody. Okay, cool.
누군가가 연쇄
Ouch.
처치됩니다.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay.
I'll let you rest in the lap of God.
Is this the thing? Wait, what am I supposed to get? Oh, this thing.
Killing or showing mercy is the
Oh,
work of humans.
I was supposed to get the core score. Ooh. Yeah, I guess so. Right.
Too heavy. I'll take it. Being indoors doesn't ensure your safety.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
The more the better. The rich have more to
Okay, cool. Well,
search and go.
Now let your guard down. Become a temporary safe zone.
Collecting materials.
I mean, sure.
Every target has been taken care of.
Sure, yeah, sure, whatever. 100% less survivor, yeah, sure. Cool. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna disable the voices. They're so. Some of the voice acting in this game is not. I don't know. It's kind of okay. I don't really mind it, but it's just like, gosh, really. it gets a little bit repetitive after a while because it kind of is like, oh, something happened on the screen. Oh, there it is, the voice line. It's like, oh, okay. And it's like, if it was important for your voice comms for you to kind of like show that kind of thing, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, but they're just basically saying whatever the hell is on screen. It's just like, I'm not a blind person, okay? I sound like a stupid blind person, but I'm not that blind, okay? Like, jeez. Character voice. Okay, there we go. Lobby, okay, and character voice. Boom. Boom, boom. Close. We gotta practice until we get it, probably. Okay, so here's the thing, actually. I kind of realized a little bit that no matter what you do, I mean, I'm literally gonna be, as a nurse, I'm kind of like, vocal nurse of some sort, if I'm actually honest. Like, it's kind of weird to think about it like that, but I guess you kind of are. Well, I kind of, I'm some sort of vocal nurse. And, yeah, like, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, I don't know, thinking that I'm probably getting somebody cheered up or something, that's kind of like a nice feeling, actually. It's not that great, it's not that bad, but it's just like, yeah, no, doesn't really matter. As long as everything gets back together, it's all that matters, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing a little bit. So, yeah, I'm still kind of debating if I should make the philosophy channel a little bit. I don't know specifically because in order for me to do that properly, I do have to do some research, I feel. Like, I do feel like I need to do some research on that kind of thing. Like, I cannot just jump into it and just say, hey, you can live this way or something. Because it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's just like, oh, well, it's like I'm opening myself to like things that I don't really have the time for, basically. And that's kind of the main problem about it, basically. Like, even although that I do have like some kind of unique take on it a little bit, well, quote unquote unique, because I think that there's like plenty of people already that think in that similar way, basically. But yeah, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where, like, no matter what, it's just a matter of like finding reasons to do anything, basically. For like a lot of people, well, for people who are depressed or in like an endless cycle of like unproductive behavior, basically, for themselves and their lives. So yeah, that's kind of the thing, essentially. That really is a thing in that sense. Bup, 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 bup. Okay, cool. Where is it? Where's my character? There she is. Ba-da, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bada bada boom, bada boop boop.
Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
Yeah, sure, sure.
실험이 시작되었습니다. 레이더를 활성화합니다.
That's my thing.
Materials you need here. Move to the cemetery.
Okay, cool.
Find the materials you need here. Time to go to the dock.
Golden apple. What the hell does that even give me? If anything. Okay.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 실험에 다시 참가했습니다.
No crap. Okay. Cool. Eat.
누군가가 실험에 다시 참가했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다.
Okay, cool. Righty done. Dock. Wait, I already have everything.
Meteorite is about to fall from the sky. A meteorite just collided. Let's
Okay. And has permanently abandoned the match. Okay, well, I guess so. Man. Exit. If another player abandons the match, it's not my problem. God damn it. Exit. Find the match. Find this stupid match? Really? So yeah, whenever I feel like whenever I don't sleep like very much, I'm probably gonna end up like just playing Eternal Return or something. Since how do I put it? Since yeah, it's just gonna be that kind of thing a little bit. Okay, cool. And yeah, it's like the Eternal Return team is trying to promote like their like esports type of thing. I was like, it's not bad actually. It wouldn't be a terrible thing if they actually did it. But it's just like lately I haven't had time to enjoy kind of like any esports anyway. So because of it, it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, oh man, it would be nice if I actually had the time and patience for it a little bit. So yeah, maybe at some point I'll do it a little bit. Maybe at some point I'll do it. Flame all. Petit mignon. La mignon. Okay, kill wolf. Wolf Job. Does anyone remember Wolf Job? Like, I guess that's kind of how a furry is born. You just look at the wolf and you're like, that's a nice wolf job. Like, damn, actually. I don't know. That's kind of like a weird thing to say, basically, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should mention it like how the internet used to be, basically. The internet has become kind of this kind of place specifically where, like, no matter what happens specifically, it kind of like has remained the same a little bit. In the sense that people are always going to try to take advantage of anything, basically. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. Even in the hyper, how do I put it? Even in the hyper, like even in the even in the hyper safe internet, it's still pretty dangerous by the nature of humanity, basically. That's kind of the funny thing about it. Like, really. Bum, bum, bum. Okay.
Then resume our next. Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
Okay, yeah, sure.
실험이 시작되었습니다. 레이더를 활성화합니다.
Time to move to the cemetery.
Okay.
Find the materials you need here. Let that other thing out.
Cool. Welcome to the dock. Let's go to the dock real quick.
Let's find the materials you need here. Use special materials to make stronger items.
Okay.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Okay.
Kiosk is now activated. Buy items with your accumulated credits.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다.
Okay, cool. Okay, this is where I possibly need.
새 금지 구역이
It's over there.
지정되었습니다.
Watch out. Alpha has spawned. Lumi's credit charge is finished. If you find Lumi, make sure you get them.
God damn it.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Terminated.
급속 재생 효과가 종료되어 더 이상 구원할 수 없습니다.
Lumi is within
생존자가
reach.
사망했습니다. 새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다.
Why is there a stripper pole in the middle of the field? What the fuck?
Another team has joined the battle.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다.
God damn it.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Mm.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 누비고 있습니다.
Man. Okay.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다. 전장을 누비고 있습니다.
The meteorite has collided. The others must be trying to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Your weak line is coming. Careful. She's dangerous.
The doctor. That dog is in the house or whatever the fuck.
새 금지
Look out. It's Dr. Weakline.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 지배하고 있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 현재 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다.
Only one team is left. Stay
생존자가
focused till the end.
사망했습니다. 전장을 지배하고 있습니다. 새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Okay, we're getting kited. What the fuck is this?
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설적입니다.
Okay. I mean, it means that there was probably one last person doing something. Like, I don't know.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Well, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Hmm.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Do. Hmm.
Only one team can survive. Stay alert.
임시 안전지대를
The end is
활성화합니다.
in sight. Let's go to the final safe zone and finish this experiment.
이 최종 안전지대로 설정됩니다. 잠시 후 안전지대가 축소될 예정.
Okay, awesome. Right, we got this bullcrap going. Something. Cool. Awesome. It's only been an hour, actually. Man. Doctor, we require require more administering more moral support. What do we do? Give me the alpha, just punch it. Let me punch it. Ugh, or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a case in some kind of cultures or something. Actually, like, I actually do think that there's probably, like, I don't know how to put it, but there's probably, like, motherfucking, like, I mean, actually, if I think about it in the most objective way possible, there are most likely, like, in the real world, do you think that there are medics out there who are just actively looking to piss off other medics or something? Like, it kind of goes against anything, basically, right? It's like, okay, you're kind of like destroying somebody who is actually, like, doing something with their lives or something. It kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's just like, oh crap, well, yeah, I don't know, basically. Like every situation is gonna be different every single time. No matter what, every situation is gonna be so goddamn different. Like, really. Hey, Rosie. Do, 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 do. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I guess I need to find like games that are consistently like I don't know how to put it basically. I need to find some games that are consistently
We will then resume.
that are gonna be consistently content or something.
Glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
실험이 시작되었습니다. 레이더를 활성화합니다.
Find the materials you need here. Move to the cemetery. Find the materials you need here. Let's go to the dock.
Well, that was quick.
Find what you need here. I'll recommend the best items for you.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다.
Oh, what the? Okay. Right. Wait.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 누비고 있습니다.
I see Already a tree of life has spawned.
생존자가
Come on,
사망했습니다.
let's go.
전장을 누비고 있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 지배하고 있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설이
Okay,
탄생하고
cool.
있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설적입니다.
Lumi's
Awesome.
credit charge is complete. If you spot Lumi, you can
Okay, cool. I hear something.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설이 탄생하고 있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 지배하고 있습니다. 새 금지 구역이
Alpha is around.
지정되었습니다.
Okay, cool. Let's see. What do we got?
You can earn credits by attacking Lumi after it's charged. Let me share Lumi's current location with you.
길이 폐쇄됩니다.
This result is better than expected. Be sure to pick up your special
Oh, wait,
reward
what the
before
fuck?
heading out.
Wait, what the fuck? How do I get out of here?
The vertical launch devices will be activated shortly.
Okay. Do 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 do.
급속 재생 효과가 종료되어 더 이상 이어갈 수 없습니다.
Another team is like that by different teams entered the fight.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 누비고 있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 누비고 있습니다.
Terminated.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설적입니다.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what can I try to get? Should probably still save for credits or something.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을 누비고 있습니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다. 전장을
Okay, cool.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 전설적입니다. 생존자가 사망했습니다.
You know what's funny about this? It kind of feels like I'm just doing like soccer practice or something, you know? It literally kind of is in some shape or form. A little bit. A lot of people are gonna be like, dude, that's so the World Cup is happening and you're saying that this is literally soccer practice. Why don't you go play like an actual sport or something? And to that I have to say, doesn't really fucking matter actually. Like I guess intellectually speaking, it doesn't really fucking matter. People can try to make a new game and it'll still be like at some point they're gonna try to make a new game that is physical and it's probably gonna be the same condition basically. Oops. Well, except that, yeah, I guess the physical thing, it probably makes you move, it probably prevents you from looking like an ugly piece of shit, so I guess that's a thing. That is kind of a thing.
The meteorite has collided.
Okay, so I need another fucking another 4. Okay, let's see.
새 금지 구역
Dr. Weakline is near. Watch out.
Yes, that's the thing. Okay. My fucking god. Okay, yep. Yeah, that sucked. Yep. That was not great, actually. I got caught by that kind of thing just by exploring. By the way, fuck my life, dude. Motherfucker, dude.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Well, she's dead. Oh, damn. Damn. My fucking god, dude. Fuck my life. Piece of shit game. Piece of fucking shit game, man. Holy fucking shit. Okay. But it's kind of fun, actually. I'm actually enjoying, like, a lot of this shit. Oh, fuck me, dude. Sit. Let's go again. We do this shit again until we actually get it. Basically. We go again. We go again until we actually get the confidence to go take a shower or something like that. I'm not taking a shower until I win a game. So that's gonna be something, I guess. It might be this kind of thing where I take a shower in the next probably half an hour, or maybe in the next century. Who knows? Depending on if I match if I could get a match with a bunch of Koreans, actual Koreans, it's gonna be like a motherfucking bullshit. Basically, it's gonna motherfucking suck. Basically. What the fuck is an Abigail? Chiara, Ekion, Alina, Jen. Oh my fucking god, dude. Isui. Garnet. Felix. I'm still doing that kind of shit. Dude, there should be like a stupid minigame to do whenever you're waiting for a match or something. I don't know, like playing Snake or something. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to have or some bullshit. Rosie. Oh yeah, I should probably set up like what's it called? Should probably set up my settings, my voice setting. Well, no, not voice settings, but yeah, I don't know what it is, but like, I mean, I used to be this kind of guy that really enjoyed like every aspect of voice acting or something. But it's like maybe it's just the fact that I sleep less than I used to before, but for whatever fucking reason, it's just this kind of thing where it's just like, oh gosh, I just don't want to hear anybody like at the moment. Basically, I just want to play a game or some bullshit. Like I don't want to hear your voice. I just want to read what you're thinking, and it's just like, okay, yeah, sure, that's probably it or something. It's kind of weird actually to think about it like that. It's pretty damn weird to look at it from that perspective. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna be inside of the bot lobby until I actually get like some solid wins or something, probably. Which is gonna be like a long time, probably. Oh fuck my life, dude.
We will then resume our next experience. Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
실험이 시작되었습니다. 레이더를 활성화합니다.
Look for the materials you need here. Let's head over to the cemetery. Look for the materials you need here. Let's move to the dock.
To that dog. Hey, Chuckle Nuts dog. There we go.
Here are the materials you'll need.
Okay.
Okay, here's your next target items.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. Ba-da-ba-da-boom, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-boom. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh fuck. Oh my fucking god, of course. Are we getting soloed by this person? Really? We really were. Okay.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
Okay.
실험체가
A
복제됐습니다.
Whatever.
meteorite just collided. Let's go.
신고자가 사망했습니다.
I mean, it's still pretty early, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter in any way possible.
You can get special items at the kiosk using credits.
It's kind of funny how, like, literally this thing, the 4 score, counts as 2 items. Hmm.
Enter the dimensional rift and win the battle to earn a special reward. The dimensional rift spawn point is near.
금지
The
구역이
dimensional rift has opened.
지정되었습니다.
Go in with your team.
Alpha's over there. Watch out. Alpha has spawned.
잠시 후 연구실이 폐쇄됩니다.
What does this even do?
Meteorite detection point is nearby. Those credits are fully charged. Go get them.
Hmm.
급속 재생 효과가 종료되어 더 이상 부활할 수 없습니다. 새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
There's a meteorite over there.
Really need to get like a tree branch or something. Okay, cool. We got 2 items remaining, actually. Sent. Being fucking sent. Hello. There's something behind us.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Entered the fight.
생존자가 사망했습니다.
Okay, cool, awesome. So yeah, what should I talk about actually? It actually makes me wonder like what kind of conversation I should probably have. Like you know, it's yeah. Like specifically, I don't know specifically what I should say basically. Sometimes here's the thing about like life in general a little bit. It kind of like the problem is that we kind of like always observe people around us and we kind of assume that I don't know they're cool or something basically, but like I don't know for whatever reason it's
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
like I guess it's all about perception if we really think hard enough actually. And it's like yeah, perception can go like a long way. Really. And it's like again, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like things can change from time to time specifically.
Dr. Weakline is coming. Careful.
Okay, perfect.
누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다.
Okay, awesome. We got it. We're fully kitted at the moment.
누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다. 새 금지
Dr. Weakline has arrived. Oh no. It's Dr. Weakline. You've got enough credits to enhance your tactical skill. Head to the kiosk.
So maybe the attitude that I should have towards people in certain aspects is just like yeah, like I guess some people can become like doctors, I guess, and that's kind of okay, I guess. Really, if you think about it hard enough. Oh, she's gonna do that. There's no need for me to do that, I guess, anymore. Let's see. For 90 seconds.
새 금지 구역이 지정되었습니다.
I guess I can use that. I guess I have to use my D more often.
지정되었습니다.
No pun intended, I guess, but yeah, I guess I have to use my D a little bit more often. It's a teeny tiny bit kind of thing, really. But yeah, again, it kind of becomes this kind of thing. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's a matter of how deeply something believes something, basically, because it's like sometimes the ego of a person kind of increases because they believe something that they have something, basically. And again, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like, part of me kind of pisses me off from time to time, but at the same time, it doesn't fucking matter, basically. I think it really doesn't. Which is kind of the funny thing about it. It's just like, the only thing they're gonna have to care is just not care about the symbols of other people, basically. It's like, sometimes it sounds better said than done, because sometimes society even forces the symbols onto you to some level, and they pressure you into getting symbols that you know that they're meaningless to you. So because of it, it's kind of this thing where like life kind of becomes this kind of weird game a little bit, where most of the time it doesn't fucking matter, basically. It never does, if we're completely honest about everything.
생존자가 사망했습니다. 누군가가 연쇄 처치 중입니다.
Once the temporary safe zones activate, only one team can survive. Stay alert.
I guess so, yeah. And it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like as a person, I guess you're not encouraged. Like as a person, you're really not fucking encouraged to discourage people out of their symbols.
Not a lot of time, so let's move to the final area.
Especially if society kind of endorses them in some shape or form. And it's like, I mean, I guess so, but
Now, it's only up
it's
to the
like,
final battle.
whenever people force their symbols a little bit too hard, that's when, like, specifically, ow.
잠시 후 안전지대가
God damn it.
축소되었습니다.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's like, in its own way,
생존자가 사망했습니다.
you kind of do have to, okay, I have to be like,
사망했습니다.
I kind of have to be in like a psychological, like, how do I put it?
잠시 후
I guess I kind of have to be a philosophical doctor in some shape or form. And basically what I kind of have to do, specifically, is say that the symbols that people attach themselves to in some shape or form, they're worth it because they spent time getting those symbols in some in some regard, but because how society sometimes from time to time becomes irrational, even in the fields of academy, basically, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like, yeah, it's like it's really important that you have a title that gives you symbolic like value, that you spent your time in an academy basically, and it makes sense for you to kind of like appreciate that type of thing. But and that is the value if you think about it. It's like if you're a doctor of something, basically, if you're a doctor, a president, a lawyer of something, it's like it makes sense, right? It makes sense that the title that you get is really valuable to you. But it kind of becomes this kind of thing where like, even regardless if you have the best title the world has ever seen, you can still be wrong about something. And I think that that's kind of the problem when it comes to like a lot of like this kind of like trade-off between like symbols and like how do I put it, and hierarchy basically. Because it's like, if you think about it, a lot of people kind of like feel very important about the symbols that they attach themselves to. Like they feel like their lives are worth it because of the symbols that are attached to their every lives basically. To me, it's like something as simple as just saying that I'm an otaku basically. It's good enough. Like for me, being a doctor of something doesn't fucking mean anything to me basically, because it's like, yeah, I mean, I could be a doctor of something, but doesn't really fucking matter if I'm not, if like I prefer to give myself the title of an otaku and it gives me that type of satisfaction to know that I'm part of that type of scenario basically. And because of it, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where we're like, I guess in a way we really have to encourage that the symbolism is kind of like worth enough, really. We kind of have to encourage the fact that the symbols are very valuable within our society, but at the same time, we also have to encourage the idea that regardless of what high value symbols you have, doesn't mean that you're going to be absolutely right about everything. And I've said it before philosophically, where it's just like, if you're an individual, if your condition as an individual is as such, regardless of any decision that you make in your life, you will always be wrong about something. Every decision that you take inside of your life will have some amount of wrong attached to it. Basically, it will have some level of wrong. Your decisions will have some level of wrong attached to it, regardless if you're a doctor of something. You could be a doctor of medicine and still be wrong about something if what you said didn't become true, basically. So it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like, I mean, a lot of people kind of like really like to defend the symbols. They defend the symbols a little bit too much, that and a lot that it kind of like throws away simple reasoning, basically. And I actually watched this kind of like video about like I think it was from Monty Python, basically, where it was like the World Cup of philosophers, basically. And it's like the Germans against the Greeks or something. And it was like the Germans were just too busy. Like, if you think about it, the Germans were too fucking busy making complicated theory, while the Greeks were just like, hey, you know what? Let's just play ball, actually. If we play ball, we'll have fun, and that's good enough. And they scored the goals, and they won the game, basically, because they ended up just being like, hey, you know what? Like, Germans, it's okay if you put layers on top of it of yourself because of the symbolism that you want to give yourself to. But it's like, in life, if you think about it, having fun, it's probably better if you think about it, or at least that's kind of what this skit was kind of implying, basically. that was just like, okay, yeah, you know what? We're in a fucking stadium. There's a fucking ball in front of us. Let's just go have fun with that stupid ball. And it's like, and Germans, it's okay. You can ramble about your entire life, like within yourself. Like it's okay. It's okay if you ramble about your life and make complicated statements. So those symbols make you feel like you're important in a society or something. Like okay, fine, but at least have fun with it. Basically, if you're just gonna put as many layers as possible, it doesn't really fucking matter because like you're not having fun with it. Basically, you really aren't having fun with it, and that's kind of like the key point about everything. Basically, it's like a lot of people kind of like do things because they think that they have to. They think that they have to like prioritize their image in every single aspect of their life, basically. And it's kind of like a reflective insecurity and a little bit of fear of not being treated the way that they want to be treated, basically. And it's kind of like a fair type of thing to assume, a little bit. But in reality, like, for me specifically, this whole YouTubing thing, this kind of how do I put it? Me having like a philosophical argument, it's the fun, basically. Like me just basically the actions that I've made in some shape or form were out of fun, not necessarily out of well, a little bit of out of authority, because in order for me to even have fun, I needed to get some amount of power, basically, because it was kind of necessary for me to get that power to have the fun that I wanted, basically. But it kind of became that kind of thing where it was just like, yeah, no, it's like, if you think about it, becoming a YouTuber, becoming like a streamer, you do need some level of power in order for you to have fun with it, basically, right? It's like, if you're a streamer, you do need to have like the authority for you to ban somebody out of your channel or something. You do need the authority of like saying, well, I kind of like this, so you please encourage it a little bit more, or something like that, basically. And in some shape or form, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where, like, a lot of the times when it comes to like YouTube, they kind of like, create little blocks of authority, basically, where they're like, okay, you get to handle this, you get to handle that. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. That makes me feel very happy about it. That makes me feel very satisfied about it. And yeah, we're gonna give you this block, and you're gonna handle that, and it's gonna be great. Okay, awesome. And you're gonna have fun with it. That's the big point, I think. Okay, as long as you have fun with it, that's the only thing that matters. And you have purpose within your life. You have everything. You have the power to manage all those kind of things. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool, that's awesome. It doesn't really fucking matter. Like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time in YouTube, like, at all, basically. Because that's kind of the fun thing about it, basically. That's like, to me, specifically, it kind of became this kind of thing where, like, to me, specifically, right? Like, a lot of people can kind of sell me the idea that I could be the president of something. The president of a company, the president of, like, a country, an emperor of, like, kind of like a regime or something, if you think about it. And a lot of people kind of like sell that idea to a lot of powerful people. Like, for example, like every culture out there, they really love the idea of setting people as like objects of high value within those kind of like matters, basically. And I kind of became this kind of thing where it's like, every single time that I kind of observed that in the internet, my gut response was always like, okay, well, that's cool. I guess I'll just ignore it and just move on with my life or whatever, basically. But it's like, the more that I kind of like moved it, the more that I wished to have something for myself, the more I realized that a lot of people really care about stupid symbols, basically. About symbols of stupidity, basically. And the fact that they cared, and the fact that I empathized with them, made me care about the symbols themselves. Something that I never gave a shit about, basically. So in some shape or form, I guess you can say that the world infected me with their vanity, basically. Like, me being a wise person, isolating myself from the entire world, out of like getting out of stupid arguments that make no fucking sense, was the ideal life to live because it was the wisest thing to do, specifically, and to stay away from conflict and to stay away from anything, basically. But it kind of became this kind of thing where, like, I mean, yeah, the world was getting a little bit too stupid, basically. Like, a lot of people were just giving people they just were telling you're right just because you have a big title or something. And a lot of people were obeying that type of thing. Were like, were like, regardless. That a lot of people kind of like started assuming reason the moment that you have like a university title that is like superior, basically. And the problem with that kind of argument is that, well, the problem of that, except that consensual like situation, basically, it kind of encourages those people to just get away with anything that they want, basically. Even being as irrational as possible. Is like, think about it for a second. A highly educated person can be incredibly irrational, and they get the chance to be as irrational as possible after studying like their degrees about anything. It's like, if you think about it, in the modern times, people are studying a degree just so they can justify themselves being irrational with that degree specifically, and say that they are the most reasonable people on the room, basically. And it should have been the other way around, where it's like, okay, if you're looking for an academy life, you're looking for enlightenment, you're looking for giving you, helping you understand the world around you a little bit better and making you enjoy it as a consequence, like, that should be the final objective. But what we were seeing specifically is like, we were kind of like, I think that humanity was creating this kind of thing, this arbitrary thing, basically, where like they were arbitrarily using the symbols of knowledge and authority to be as irrational as possible, to get the things that they wanted out of the world that they think that they deserve everything about, basically. And when we observe it, when we observe the justification of a lot of things, it's like, yeah, well, a lot of people were like kind of saying like, yeah, well, since life is terrible, you know, let's just stop the endless cycle of suffering, because humanity will always be terrible, and if we stop humanity from reproducing, well, the suffering will end, because everything will stop being terrible after everybody is just a small pool of people that is really smart. And it's like, for somebody that claims to be incredibly smart, for people out there who claim to be incredibly smart, they're acting incredibly stupid, because as long as humanity exists, there will be suffering. Because again, I've said it before, where it's just like, no matter in which condition that you're in, you'll find a way to hate the condition that you're in. No matter what the fuck happens, you could be the richest person on earth and still hate the fact that you're the richest person on earth, because you have a lot of responsibility and you're gonna crave a life that is just not full of, that is just a peaceful life, because like, it's gonna be a rest for you, basically. And on the opposite end of it, like in my position, basically, where I kind of like isolated myself from society altogether, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with society. Fuck society. I know how the game ends already. So you know what? I'm just gonna isolate myself and just enjoy myself to the fullest. It doesn't really fucking matter. I ended up finding myself appreciating values that I never thought that I would have to begin with. And it was because I empathized with people that did appreciate those symbols, basically. So, in some shape or form, that's kind of like the whole thing. We're like, just because we are capable of loving each other, we are capable of hating each other. If we are capable of being emotionally invested to another person, we are capable of feeling even deeper wounds because of that investment that we have to that person, basically. And because of it, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like, if you truly love somebody, you are truly going to experience the agony of pain of possibly losing that person because you have emotionally invested yourself in that idea. Your heart has invested itself so deeply that you become that kind of thing, basically. And a lot of like pedantic like scientists, psychologists, basically, they kind of like suck their own dick by basically putting the symbols that they think that are appropriate in order for the system to work, basically. Like, for example, yesterday I was playing Minecraft, basically, and I was observing the symbols around it. I'm trying to figure out what exactly the symbols actually mean for some people, in which context specifically. And it kind of made me think that it's like, okay, all these symbols are probably mean something in other contexts as well. They probably do. And they probably had a lot of psychologists in order for them to kind of make those symbols signify something in different contexts, basically, where it's just like, okay, something is very aggressive. Okay, this means that. Okay, somebody's really passive. Oh, well, let's just sell the idea that this is incredibly happy, a magical place of magic where you can build anything. And it kind of becomes this kind of thing where, like, no matter what you do, it's always this type of idea where if we are emotionally invested to another person, pain is ensured. It is guaranteed, basically. It is guaranteed. And it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like, yeah, because I cared about the world, pain and agony was guaranteed towards me, basically. That's kind of the thing, if you think about it. Because I decided to get out of my my hedonistic simple life, and I decided to love the world by what I observed, basically. I as in return got paid in love back, but at the same time I got paid back in pain and agony due to that love being represented in the worst way possible. And that kind of condition made me understand, basically. That response made me understand what humanity is capable of out of the emotional wounds that they have attached to themselves, basically. And it's like, if humanity is just in a bad mood, they're gonna infect everybody with that bad mood specifically, no matter what you do, really. So, again, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's just like, oh, fuck, well, what do you do in that situation, really? What the fuck do you do in that situation? You cannot do anything. The only thing that you can do as a person is just kind of like calm down a little bit and just be like, the things that you care about do matter. Everything that you like does matter. Everything will matter. But if you go too crazy about it, that meaning will make it very painful for you to kind of like move forward, basically. So you kind of have to care, but not care too much, basically. That's the only thing that kind of like that I've learned, basically, out of everything, basically. And again, it's because, like, if you care too much about something, you're willing to destroy yourself in order for you to get it, basically. And it kind of became this kind of thing where it's like, oh, well, I love life enough too much that I'm willing to suffer in order for me to earn that life back, basically, in some shape or form. And again, a lot of people were kind of like, I feel like a lot of people had this arbitrary like thought, specifically, where it's like, well, because I can do something, well, I can make this person kind of like suffer because of that type of scenario, basically. Like, a lot of people, if you think about it, that do have the capabilities of managing people, they probably do have the chance of stopping the crazy methodology that they have in front of them, basically. They are capable of stopping all these crazy madness that happens around us, but they choose not to because they think that it's the justifying thing to do, basically. And it's because like they need to be the authority of reason, basically, if you think about it. Like a lot of people out there, they must be the authority of reason, otherwise other people will decide for them. And if they decide for them, then it's not right. It kind of becomes the same thing where even me being kind of like a hermit in some shape or form, because I decided to stop being a hermit, suddenly my symbols became like a threat to that type of lifestyle, basically, if you think about it, basically. So yeah, in some shape or form, like that's kind of like the whole reason why, like, as people, basically, it doesn't really fucking matter what we do. As long as you have fun with it, it's kind of like good. And I guess that's kind of the thing, really. I mean, yeah, just have fun with it, but don't go too crazy about it. And if you do, people are gonna there are gonna be people out there that are gonna like try to convince you out of the thing that you really appreciate, basically. And that's kind of the thing, really. That's kind of like the problem that we were sitting at, basically. That's essentially the problem. So, yeah. So yeah, it's really annoying. It doesn't really like a lot of people just don't seem to understand that, and they really need to just undergo through like certain types of like scenarios, basically, in order for them to understand the situation that we actually live in, basically. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. And it's just like, me personally, I've kind of like tried to step away from malware that I know that will affect my sanity, basically, which is kind of like sometimes like life in general, that kind of like forces a lot of like ideas of like power. And those are kind of like malware because they're the reason why we stop being happy, basically, if you think about it. Like, those are the reasons why we stop being happy, and especially if we consent to it by being overwhelmed by those kind of ideas. It in some shape or form, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's like, psychologically speaking, if somebody forces a mass campaign against symbols that are attached to you, they're essentially doing exactly the thing that they're accusing you of, basically. Because you will have no choice but to be overwhelmed by those symbols that have been put onto you, basically. And it's like, if you have no choice but to accept the malware that has been put in front of you, if you think about it, that can be intellectually speaking, that can be interpreted as a forceful behavior, as a forceful programming into a set of people, basically. And if you think about it, a person that has an idea in mind is going to try to reflect it onto the outside, basically, if you think about it, basically. Sometimes the idea is not necessarily their fault, but the fact is that a person has been infected with that thought in order for them to reflect it into the outside world, specifically. And because of it, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where it's just like, okay, well, the only solution that you have as a person is just trying to cure yourself so that the idea kind of like dies down a little bit. Like, in some shape or form, you do need to bring yourself up to such a degree and such power to force the death of an idea, if you think about it. If you force the death of an idea, then things can stop being too terrible at some point, specifically. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is like, I do understand that a lot of people are living their lives and they have their own problems, basically. But yeah, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where, like, if I overwhelm myself with the problems of the world, I will start reflecting the same problems onto everybody else, basically. And if I start reflecting the problems of the world onto everybody else, the chances of having more problems become even worse, basically. The chances of that happening becomes worse because the problems are in the minds of people, basically. And it's like, if the problems of the people are in other people's minds now, they can feel justified into creating more problems because because everybody has problems. So in that shape or form, it kind of becomes this kind of like idea specifically, where if like a wealthy person gets enough money to create a negative campaign about something, they're essentially to the point that the idea becomes overwhelmingly unescapable. It's essentially the same. It's equal to forcing an idea. It's equal to force to I don't want to say the word specifically, but it's a forceful in conditioning for you to feel fear and agony, basically, and that's in that kind of a situation, basically. And it's like, when I actually started reading the context of everything, it kind of makes sense, actually. The reasons why we are all miserable is because sometimes rich people just force ideas onto the outside world, basically. Sometimes they do, and sometimes whenever they force it, or sometimes I don't want to say rich people necessarily, but intellectuals sometimes force a lot of things onto everyday life in order for them to feel like they're worth something, basically, that they're doing something in the world, regardless if like a lot of problems come out of it, basically, regardless if it just destroys the natural order of things for the sake of them feeling like they have like a natural, that they have a throne inside of their little castle of ideas, basically. So yeah, it kind of becomes this kind of thing, specifically, where I'm the kind of person that whenever I observe like an overwhelming wave of negativity without any kind of logical argument, I just kind of assume that the objective is not necessarily to inform, but to set you in that condition, basically. But to understand to put you in that box of conditioning and make you understand that box of conditioning is the one that you must be in, basically. And if people force you into that little box, then it's just like, well, no matter what you do, people are gonna feel fucking miserable. They're gonna find ways for them to hate themselves, and they're gonna find ways to destroy themselves because they've been forced into that box. So yeah, it kind of becomes this kind of thing where like sometimes the only clinical thing to do is just to do a surgery. Is to do a clean cut surgery to get things like fixed. And it's like, in some shape or form, intellectually speaking, I guess I'm kind of like attempting to perform that surgery into the emotional health of people, basically. In the logical and an emotional sense, I'm the kind of person that has been trying to like inject those type of ideas, basically. But yeah, it can become a little bit difficult. Actually, wait, let me change my outfit real quick. I feel like I'm not in this mood, but I'm kind of in this mood specifically, actually. Yeah, like literally at the moment I'm in this mood specifically. So yeah, that's kind of the thing a little bit. If you think about it, like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be people who are going to program you out of the nature that you are a part of, and they're going to make you believe that your nature is terrible, basically. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. And there's reasons to not overwhelm the thoughts of people with things that are too good, basically, because whenever that happens, the likelihood for people to destroy themselves just become kind of a given, basically. because it's like if somebody tries to prevent them from getting the thing that they want or the person that they want, yeah, it kind of becomes incredibly self-destructive, and it just becomes like a nasty situation, and it can infect the entire like mindset of people into an eternal sense of misery, no matter what you do, basically. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream for today. Later on, probably I'm gonna stream something. Most likely, I have to stream something. Maybe I'll play like a little bit of League of Legends. Maybe, I don't know. Really depends on the situation specifically. So yeah, depending on that, I'll just see what I can do. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Goodbye. No, well, I'll see you later. Sorry, not tomorrow. Later. Okay, later.